Hey everybody, welcome to Big Celebrity Big Brother Week 3 eviction. Well, it's not really Week 3. I guess just the third eviction of Celebrity Big Brother. Ben, what do you think of the episode?
I thought it was a fantastic episode. Disappointing that Shan's gone, but I'm ready to get lost in the sauce with you.
I like it. I like it. It wasn't a cheesy joke, which I appreciated. Ross didn't appreciate that. What the hell? Why you gotta be making those jokes? Darlene in the chat. Hey, thank you for watching. We're actually talking about Celebrity Big Brother. I don't know if you watched that show. Ruby, also hello. It is Brian and Ben. We're talking about Celebrity Big Brother. So I guess essentially it was pretty straightforward if you're paying attention to the feeds. If not, basic overview recap. Ari wins HOH, puts James and Shannon on the block. Main goal to get Shannon out of the house without backdooring her because they don't want to backdoor people in this season, I guess. I don't know. And then the James wins the power of veto and saves himself. Mark goes up as a replacement. They vote out Shannon almost unanimously, with the one exception being Brandy voting to keep Shannon. Ben, why do you think Brandy did that?
I really like this from Brandy. Actually, Brandy's possibly playing the best game right now, in my opinion. I think that this hinky vote that she threw is exactly what she needs to make sure that James does not continue to infiltrate the Alliance of Four. She is probably going to pin this onto James, and it's going to guarantee that the four can possibly bring in Meta as a fifth, which is what is going to benefit Brandy and Ari the most, and keep James out, who is the most loyal to Ross right now.
Absolutely. Also, Ruby, got to give you a shout out. Thank you for pointing out that our stream still said talking about Minecraft or streaming Minecraft. We are not going to be playing Minecraft.
There's a lot of disappointed Minecraft fans out there.
There definitely are, but if you want to see us play, us being Jenny and I, play Minecraft in the archive right now, we have a stream from last night where Brian didn't know what he was doing, but Jenny kind of led the way.
As always.
As always. Jenny is actually in the chat. All right, so we'll keep talking about. So yes, the hinky vote is employed by Brandy. You think it's a good move? I think it's definitely interesting. I don't know necessarily. I guess you did explain. You said that it's going to be all in a ploy. She blames James and get Meta out. On the feeds, was she talking about potentially doing this, or do you think she was just in her own head decided right now to do it?
I didn't see anything from the feeds, unless it was like very close today, like right before she was talking about it. Because I only am caught up on the feeds up until like noon today.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a few hours after that before the feeds went off for the eviction.
Right.
Maybe she talked about it then. Not that I know of that she talked about doing the Thinky vote.
Mm-hmm.
My understanding of what she would do for her strategy is it's best for her game if Meta stays around beyond James, and she wants to make sure that James does not get dragged along further, because that's only going to benefit Ross in the long run.
Also, James is a beast. It's just so like absurd. They put, I don't want to be ageist at all, but they put generally older celebrities in the house, and then they put a younger celebrity or two younger celebrities, and the younger celebrity is like super in shape.
Yeah, he's ripped.
And we even had a long, drawn-out scene of Marissa lusting after James as he's in the shower.
And Ross trying not to.
Yeah, Ross, I mean, you're in the Big Brother house. No one's going to blame you.
Yeah, it's just, you didn't go into the bathroom with that intent. You just happened to be sitting there, right?
It just happened.
It just happened. I've heard that one before.
All right, so we actually got a ton of Omarosa in this episode, as expected. Really, if you have Omarosa on the show, you got to use her.
Right.
So probably I would say the highlight of it is because Brandy just asked if her and Trump ever slept together.
Yeah.
Just straight up asked.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, Omarosa even said it herself on this episode. She's ratings gold, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that certainly happened. And then Omarosa did her best to say no.
she's literally just like, what? Why would you ever ask this?
Yeah, I mean,
no.
Brandy does not mince words. She's not one to like, to use euphemisms. She doesn't like try and dance around any subject. You see that even again later on in the episode when the whole James and Omarosa lying debacle happens, where Brandy's just the one who wants to get everything out in the open and just like ask the question straight up and see what happens. She does not. She's not messing around.
No, she definitely isn't, and I think we should go right into that. So, Omarosa approaches James and kind of is like, "Hey, you're on the bottom. I'm on the bottom. Let's work together." Or really, it's like, "You're on the bottom. I hope you get paranoid and do shit."
Right.
Sorry, shouldn't be dropping shit. Whatever. Anyways, and so James immediately goes and does stuff, and it kind of backfires on Omarosa.
Yeah, I think the idea was basically she's assuming that one of Shannon or James is probably going to win the veto, and the other one is going to get voted out. So she's basically setting it up so the one who wins the veto thinks that they were the target, and because they won the veto, like that was never going to be able to be like directly confirmed whether or not that was the case. But she did not count on the fact that James was just immediately going to go back and just straight up ask Ross and Marissa whether that was true.
I love James. He's like, as he's like being called out here, and Omarosa's lying emphatically. He's just like, I literally like don't have anyone in this house who likes me. I haven't lied, so like, why would I start just lying to you guys now?
Yeah. I mean, that's like the perfect position to like, because everyone's gonna believe James, right? Because he has nothing to lose. He has no like skin in the game. Like he's on the block. Like there's no incentive for James to be the one lying in this situation. So it's just super transparent.
Yeah, and it's just like Omarosa was just in a terrible position. She didn't lie particularly well. It's so funny because sometimes she's just like such a great liar, and she can make people seem absurd in certain ways, and she keeps a calm demeanor, but she did not in this instance at all.
Yeah, it's definitely a low point for Omarosa's game so far.
And I think honestly, if you just saw that scene out of context, you didn't know the previous scene, you'd be like, "Oh, yeah, Omarosa is definitely lying."
Right, and I mean that's what they all like knew immediately that she was the one who was lying.
I got like Brandy was like, there's a lot of like weird talking up, which I don't like understand if it's actually talking up or they're just like saying it to make people feel better. But like, Brandy's like, James is a terrible liar. Okay, fair. Omarosa is a great liar. That's why I can tell she's lying. Like, what? I missed something.
Yeah, I couldn't really wrap my head around that one either. Like, I understand the whole James is a terrible liar, so I would know if he was lying, and he's clearly telling the truth now.
Yeah.
But the whole, like, Omarosa's a fantastic liar, so I know that she's lying now.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. But, yeah, whatever.
Oh, man. And Omarosa and Shannon get into it a little bit earlier in the episode.
Yep. Omarosa's just making all kinds of friends.
Yeah. And then she says that if, in her opinion, if Trump were to get in trouble, it would have happened by now.
I mean, yeah.
Hot take.
It's not the first time that we've had an Omarosa hot take about the White House, so
it won't be the last. Something tells me.
Well, I mean, it might be the last if Omarosa gets evicted on Monday. Might not have time, but
I would not accept this possibility.
Well, that's I'm sorry to tell you, but unless Omarosa wins HOH, she's probably gonna go home.
Well, I can't wait for her to win HOH.
Yep.
So, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and it's always interesting when the people on Big Brother are like, "Oh, I can't wait to hear what happened in the news." It's like you can, nothing good.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially right this particular moment. Not good, not good.
Yeah, I mean there are some good things happening in Big Brother news though. There's a few stories, right?
Yeah, I
There's
mean, there's people getting engaged, people having babies. It's a lot of good stuff in the community.
Yeah, that's what they should be telling. That's what Julie should be telling her. Not like oh, the government's been shut down and Jay-Z didn't win any Grammys. They should be telling them, oh, look at Jess and Cody got engaged,
Mm-hmm.
and Danny Donato is having a baby.
Well, you're a little disappointed no one got to come to the Big Brother house and get engaged there.
Well, I mean, you need to work on the show, right? In order to do that, you have to have the in.
That's true. That's true. I mean, man, if you had to get engaged to a giant mosquito. Anyways, that is a little bit of an inside joke.
I'd like to keep the relationship I currently have with mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, you don't want to get engaged with them.
Moving a little too fast with the mosquito here.
Oh, man. Alright, so enough Omarosa talk. I want to focus on some like individuals, because the way it kind of seemed is like this was a little bit like, oh, this is kind of a foregone conclusion, so we're going to focus in on the different celebrities a bit more in depth because we have 2 hours for some reason. I don't know why we decided that we need 2 hours for one eviction, but here we are.
Well, you need to show the veto too, right? You need to get all that black box goodness.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to see Omarosa losing her clothes.
Yeah. But Meta World Peace is really close with Orwell.
Yep.
And Mark, he doesn't have any friends in the game really, but he's pretty like chill about it.
Yeah, Mark is super interesting. I cannot get a read on what Mark thinks he's doing.
That's fair.
That sounds mean, but like he talks about he wants to be like a floater and just stay out of the drama and let everyone pick everyone else off. But like that's really good if you want to end up in like 4th place.
Yeah, and I would even say it's really great if this is like the pre-jury section of a real season of Big Brother.
Right.
Like he's playing the first few weeks of an actual Big Brother season really awesome.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's going to be over in like a week and a half.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah, I don't know what he's doing either.
Is he just the only thing I can think of, right, is he thinks he can play it down to like 5 or 6 people left and then like turn on the comps.
He's gonna
But
try the old comp out.
yeah, that requires him to like I know he's been throwing, or he's been claiming at least he's been throwing comps, but like in order for him to actually execute that, he would have to be able to win out in like 3 or 4 comps in a row. And I'm not convinced he's capable of doing that.
Right. I was actually a little concerned when that 4-person alliance was like, oh, we're going to bring James into 5.
Yeah,
I don't want James at 5.
Yeah, it's not real. The plan right now, if you want to get into that, is basically to try and throw the HOH to James.
Okay.
Get James to take out Omarosa, and then immediately turn on James and take him out next.
Interesting.
And so after that, there's like basically a power struggle, because there'll be 6 people left at that point. So there'll be the core 4, and there'll be Meta, and there'll be there'll be Meta, and there'll be Mark. And so there'll be like a struggle between the 2 pairs in the 4, where Brandy and Ari are getting very close to Meta to try and pull him in as a 5.
Right.
And Ross and Marissa are getting close to Mark and sort of to James to try and pull him in as a 5. And so which of those 2 pairs ends up kind of taking the game, like with the current trajectory that things are going, is basically who can protect their person. Who can protect their like useless floater who doesn't know what they're doing.
Jeez. Yeah, I wish Mark and Meta were just like any bit aggressive at all.
Meta surprisingly is, but Meta is like given that he was a professional athlete, you'd think he'd be good in competitions, but he's actually not good at competitions at all.
Yeah.
So like
well,
he wants to.
Slam dunk competition.
I mean, this competition is literally basketball themed, and I don't know if you want to get into spoilers, but
let's get to the end of this episode and then.
All right.
So Shannon, very upset, then angry, then kind of resigned to her fate. Knows her only chance is the veto, and we get the classic black box veto.
Yep.
And it's fun. It's set up as a like 4-course meal. You go through it, you get slimed a lot by pea soup and sauce and spaghetti and chocolate. And you have to get through the black box, find a light at the end, pull the string to activate the light, and that's the time.
Yeah, this was actually like it was obviously like they got a lot messier in this one than they usually do. But I think conceptually, like as a game, this one was easier than most of the black box competitions.
It's usually like find something,
right?
And
yeah,
like bring it back to a specific point, and also
exactly
like, do like dummy ones that aren't what you're looking for, but you won't be able to tell. Like, yeah, this is just like walk.
Yeah, so it was like a lame obstacle course in the dark.
It was almost like double dare in the dark.
It was, yeah. That's why James was so good at it.
That's right. It was the Nickelodeon.
It's a Nickelodeon.
Yeah. The fix was in.
Yeah. He even mentioned that too. He was like, "Oh, I'm used to getting slimed."
He did say that.
Yeah.
I honestly love James' diary rooms.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very he knows exactly what to give them in the diary room.
Like Jenny in the chat said that James is growing on her. He's growing on me too. He's very funny. He's cocky also, which is like perfect because it'll be hilarious when he gets bamboozled. Right.
Yeah. I think that the thing about James is like the reason he's so fun right now is because he is an underdog. He's not in power. He's being totally played and duped by this majority alliance.
Right.
So he's kind of like the Zach Rance, really. He's like in that kind of role.
That's a good point.
But if he was in power, like if he was in like the Ross or the Brandy position, he would probably end up being like a Polly.
Polly, your boy. Is that one of the things? I don't remember. I'm getting Paul and Polly a little bit mixed up.
Yeah, that was Paul, I think, mostly. Polly was more into the like crying at butterflies.
Yeah, and talking about his brother.
Yeah, my brother Cody.
You're like, James, my brother Cody would win this black box and also win HOH. So, can you do it, James? Probably yes, if they're gonna throw it to you.
James, you think you can beat like a Calafiore fighter, but you don't know about my brother Cody.
There's a lot of talk about Cody that season for someone who like made one of the dumbest decisions ever.
Well, yeah. It's your opinion, Brian.
It is an opinion, but I do believe it's a correct opinion. I mean, it's a $500,000 opinion. I'm just saying.
$450,000, right?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You factor in
the second place money.
Second place money.
Yeah, and I'm sure Derek bought him a nice meal at an Outback Steakhouse or something.
Well, yeah. Well, no, he just invites him over to grill.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think Derek comes over to the Calafiore house to grill. Cause they have a very like stocky like old father who like does the grilling. I remember that segment.
That was fun, and Paulie was actually in that segment.
Yeah. He
didn't speak, but he was there.
That was the best segment he was in.
Oh shit! All right, shade.
No, I like Polly's a great villain.
Yeah, he was fun in the context of the season.
All right. Anyway, I think we're diverging a little bit here.
Yeah, this is good. Good. BB-18. This is what the people want to hear.
Yeah, they don't want to hear about this season, which was like the best in the last like 5 or 6 years. They want to hear about the mediocre Big Brother 18.
So, James being Polly Calafiore reincarnated aside, We have Marissa, who's not really doesn't really seem like she's doing much. Ross similarly is not doing much, but Ross is like not doing anything good for himself, in my opinion. I just don't see his like rationale of getting out the biggest threat who wasn't coming for him. Like Brandy and Ari really just like mind effed him.
Yeah, they did.
Believing that Shannon was like this vindictive, like conniving Big Brother player who's coming for his wig.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandy and Ari are very good. Like they'll just like say something to Ross and he'll just believe it.
Yeah, like it's so good. And then yeah, so Brandy bad at competitions, good at the game. Ari won HOH, so that was good, and I'd say a very successful HOH week.
Yeah, the most successful HOH week by far.
Is it been, like I'm not a big believer in winning HOHs as positive things, especially early HOHs. But there is like something to be said about winning it in a week when there's a clear house target.
Right.
And like kind of being the unifying force. Then everyone feels good about it, and you end up like smelling like roses at the end of it.
Yeah, and I think she did that. She executed it perfectly, I think.
Yeah, so good on Ari. So we get to the veto. James wins it, takes himself up. Mark goes up, and he's like, "Oh, I'm on the bottom? What? I didn't see this coming at all."
Yeah.
But then he talked to Big Gabe. He's like, like I'm gonna come for you guys.
Yeah, the old dude is gonna, come with the wisdom, and you're underestimating me, and all this. Yeah,
He's
I mean,
definitely gonna be the first one off the swap.
they're certainly underestimating him. That's for sure.
I would say they're just estimating him.
They yeah, maybe they aren't even estimating him.
Maybe not.
I require active thought about a person to estimate them.
They were like, "Crap, who are we gonna renom? Oh, that Mark guy's here.
Yeah,
this is perfect."
I heard there was this dude Mark in he's kicking around, I think.
Listen, I feel like if we just go there and we say the name Mark, he'll be there.
Yeah.
He'll go up. Alright, so Mark goes up, gets one vote from Brandy, but Shannon is gone, and thus ends the once very promising run of Shannon in Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah, they voted out in the third eviction. They voted out the greatest Big Brother player of all time, Brian.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. You would think that
annoying all night.
Yeah, and all week.
Oh yeah, she's just
all the
so
feeds.
Great.
Yeah, Ross especially.
Well, that's like part of the like trying to justify it to yourself, I guess.
Yeah,
Because
that's
what
what
Ross
basically
did,
what it was.
honestly, was kind of messed up.
It was very messed up, and
Like,
he realized it was
Shannon
messed
didn't
up.
Do anything?
Yeah.
She was like his loyal ally, and Ross is like, she needs to die. But I love her. But she needs to die.
It's like a sociopathic child who like finds like a homeless cat and is like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful. You have to die."
Yeah, this is bad all around. He looks bad. Like to all of us watching at home, it's not a good look. Ross, what are you doing? What is you doing?
Yeah, and I don't think Ross can actually win the game now.
Oh,
I don't think
no.
I don't think he can win a jury vote.
No, he's toast. Game over. Yeah. So both of our winner picks torpedoed our lots of the game officially in the same week. I would say I would argue Ross torpedoed his game during his HOH week.
Yeah, no, Ross like the basically this week was this round was best case scenario for Ross, and he's still like in a position where he can't win.
Yeah, I was like, if he didn't like straight up torpedo it, at least like as a viewer, be the moment where I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this guy can't win. This does not have what it takes to win Big Brother. Which is fine. Not everyone does. Not everyone can be Dr. Will. Not everyone can be Shannon. The best Big Brother player of all time.
Right.
Unfortunately for him. So yeah, do you want to get into a little bit of spoiler talk?
Yeah, sure. I mean, the HOH competition is still going on.
Okay.
So, yes, there are 2 people out.
Okay.
So,
Omarosa.
no, Omarosa's still in.
Oh, my girl still in.
Yeah, so right now, like I said, uh, you're talking about Meta World Peace being a beast and like wanting to be aggressive.
Mm.
Meta World Peace was the first person out of this basketball themed competition.
That's an aggressive move.
Yeah. He basically was like, yeah, I'm uncomfortable and I'm really tall, so this is not working out.
Yeah,
for
no,
me.
this is a terrible comp for him.
Yeah, no, this competition basically favors somebody who's like got a low center of gravity and who's short.
Yeah,
So yeah,
James,
that is
James owns this challenge because he's so short.
yeah. James looked super steady. Oh, okay. So Ross was the second person out, and we just got the third person out of the competition. Mark McGrath just dropped.
Oh man, if only he was older, he could have showed them.
So yeah, basically we have the four women who are, or the three women. I'm sorry, the three women who are still in the competition, and then also James. So it's Brandy, Omarosa, Marissa, and James, all still in it.
I didn't mean this James. I meant James from 17.
Oh, oh yeah.
Because he's so short, he was able to like crouch underneath the handles for the wall.
Right. No, James Hewling always killed these competitions in both of his seasons.
And I want to. It's kind of like a weird, modified version of the wall.
Right. Yeah. It's like this is like the celebrity version. They get
Yeah, it's
down.
like slightly uncomfortable. But it's not that bad, but it's not that great.
Yeah.
Like ultimately, it's probably no worse than economy class on an airplane. But all these celebrities are like, "Oh God, what? I feel poor."
And let's also bury the lead here too. We now have our three have-nots.
Oh, that's true. So Ross, Meta, and Mark. Oh, so Meta's definitely gonna quit. No. So that takes care of that week, I guess.
But he saw his wife, and he's potentially doing unholy things with Orwell.
No, not anymore.
Well, I mean,
Not he's not as a guy.
I don't know about that. I think the only reason he stopped is because Orwell went missing, and Shannon told him where he was. So.
Wait, where did Orwell go? What happened?
I don't know what happened. I think somebody hid Orwell.
That's just mean.
Yeah, that's the next level gameplay right there.
Did he show back up with the cat ears?
with the spilled out Coke too.
Yeah, he's just in the corner wearing the cat ears of spilt Coke.
Yeah.
Like Orwell, no.
All right, so we have our fourth person out of the competition.
Right.
Marissa just dropped. I think she tried to make a deal as she was dropping.
That's always a strong thing.
Yeah.
Like,
So
what,
we have
my power? You're not even close. You're the fourth to last person out. So you're like, don't put me up. I'll do what I feel like.
So we're down to three at this point.
Omarosa staying in.
Yeah, I think that if Omarosa does not win this competition, or the veto, I guess, it's just probably going. So, but we have a twist that was announced at the very end of the episode, and that you can now vote on the Big Brother messaging bots things, and that I voted on.
Okay. Explain
So the twist, like the vote is not to give the thing to somebody. The twist is what they kind of did in Big Brother Canada 3, where the veto is going to have a special power this week, and we get to vote on what that special power is going to be. So there are three options. The first is the diamond power veto, which they've done before. They've done several times, which is just basically that the veto holder also gets to name the replacement nom.
Oh my god.
Then there's also the...
You said this is the diamond power veto, correct?
Yes.
That's crazy. They should
And
do
then-
that. I would like that.
That's what I voted for.
Yeah.
And then they also have the VIP veto, which can be used twice. So how it works is you can use it once, and then a replacement nominee is made, and then after the replacement nominee is made, you can then use it a second time if you want.
Okay, where were these vetoes last season? What the hell
know.
is this?
They would have just given them multiple anyways. So.
Oh, that's true.
And then the third option is the spotlight veto, which is actually a worse version of the regular veto, which you have to use. You do not have the option
That sucks.
to not use it.
Huh.
So those are the three options.
I hope it's the Diamond Power Vita.
Yeah, I do too. I voted for that 20 times, which is the max.
The
Uh,
CVS slash All Access slash voter bot max.
yeah.
Are they still using CVS All Access, or is it just the bot for voting?
I think you have to use the bot to vote. It's like a Facebook Messenger bot.
Gotcha.
So
Alright, well, that's actually really easy. I like that a lot.
yeah,
Because it's not just people with all access like OTT was, which obviously that made sense for what the whole conceit of OTT was.
yeah. And I mean, I also like the way they're doing this vote, where it's not like a popularity contest between the celebrities,
Mm-hmm.
where like the person with the most fans is just gonna win, or the most like social media influence is just gonna win. The vote is for what the twist is going to be,
Yeah,
and then also, yeah.
because let's be honest, it would just be James. Like, no one has the type of fans
Yeah.
who would mobilize.
Right. He's got very young fans, very social media savvy fans. He's got like the most Twitter followers by like an order of magnitude or something.
Yeah, it's just not even close.
So yeah, it would have been James who would have gotten any kind of power. So I'm glad that they're not doing it that way. I think that if you're going to do a fan vote for some kind of like stupid twist, this is the least awful way you could do it.
Right. I kind of miss when people could vote for gross food.
Yeah, that was fun too. Yeah, voted for which foods the have-nots could eat, and it's always some kind of like alliterative thing. It's like
Smelly salmon.
or it's like candy corn and I don't know, someone else starts with a key. Let's see. I don't know. Cantaloupe, candy corn and cantaloupe.
Oh my god.
All right, so they're being pelted with basketballs and
Sounds super dangerous.
and they look like dodgeballs that just like are
Okay,
painted
just
to look like
painted.
basketballs.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're also being pelted with shirt cannon shirts.
That's pretty funny.
I thought the shirts were something else at first,
Oh boy.
but well, we won't go there.
Yeah. Oh man. Alright, so where we stand now, James, Brandy, Omarosa battling out for HOH. We'll find out in the morning. We'll tweet it out. Why not?
Yeah. So basically,
Do you
we
have
want to run it
access to the
down.
Twitter?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Well, after the show, make sure you do, and then if you're still watching the feeds.
Yeah, or I can just like tell you when you can do it or whatever.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, so basically to run down what's like the plan is, Brandy is only up there just in case James falls. My understanding is that if Omarosa falls, Brandy will probably throw it to James.
Right.
And if not, then Omarosa is going to be the HOH.
Please. Please.
Yeah, that would be
Please.
fantastic.
Omarosa and Power of the Big Brother. Just like,
It'd be chaos.
delicious.
So yeah, that's the plan. Omarosa either wins HOH or probably goes home.
Right. Well, I want Omarosa to win and get Ross out because I'm done with him.
Yeah.
He's canceled.
Ross and Marissa canceled.
Yeah, it's over. So yeah, as you said, great Big Brother season so far. We're gonna have to get rid of these celebrities quick.
Yeah, and they didn't say the Monday's a double eviction or anything. I assumed that the Monday would be a double.
So that means Friday has to be.
There has to be like a triple.
Oh God, the worst.
I don't know how they're getting like if Monday is not a double eviction, I don't understand how all these people are going to leave.
Right. Maybe they're gonna opposite worlds it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. they're just gonna draw a name out of a hat. Okay. Sorry, Ross, you're out.
Yeah, you can't have a winter reality season without the producers completely bungling the time versus elimination aspect.
Like, I understand wanting to keep them in the house as long as possible to like more drama, but like, how are you gonna get rid of 5 people in like 4 days?
Oh my God, it's a mess. So yeah, do you know how long the finale is gonna be?
Well, the finale, I believe it's going to be like the way that the premiere was kind of a 3-day event.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the finale is also going to be a 3-day event, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next week.
So
the Friday,
they're gonna eliminate
Yeah, so maybe like so if somebody goes home on Monday, there's 7 people left. They do a double on Friday, there's 5 people left. They do a special eviction on Saturday, there's 4 people left going into Sunday. Sunday is 2 hours. They eliminate somebody in the first hour, and then like in the second hour, it's either like they can't do a final three because it's an even jury. Whatever. But like if they either do a final,
someone right before the jury questions, and then
yeah. So it's possible, but it's going to be rushed. There's going to be 5 hour block from Friday to Sunday, and there's going to be somebody being evicted every single hour.
Right. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Probably no Dr. Will jury roundtable for this jury.
Probably not.
Which is disappointing because those are always super fun.
Yeah, I can't imagine Dr. Will like dealing with these celebrities.
I can't imagine it, but I want to see it.
Yeah.
Oh man! And then Dr. Will can finally meet the best Big Brother player ever.
Right. He can hand over his crown to Shannon.
That's so insulting. Just like think about how good Will is at Big Brother, and then they're just like openly saying how Shannon's the best player ever.
Right.
Will's like, I came in first and fourth. She's out third. What is this?
She's the best Big Brother player named Shannon Elizabeth.
Oh, true. So, spin zone.
Yeah. They just left that part out in the edit.
Right. Every time they said it.
Yeah.
Drop the audio. All right, guys. Ben, do you have anything you want to add beforehand?
No, I think we covered everything.
Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we have an update coming out. Then Sunday we have a bonus stage. Right. It was going to be Saturday as things got pushed. So Sunday is bonus stage. Monday, Ben and I will be back talking more Celebrity Big Brother. And then, streams, updates, normal stuff. Those fake nerds long shows. We'll try to do some more fun stuff. We're having a lot of fun with the channel. We hope you are enjoying watching it. And have a great night.
Good night.